I've never felt stressed when it comes to saying vocab in my English or in my Japanese. Like literally, never. Even though in my Japanese I was saying like 100 words daily for the first like year entirely. Like literally, I say like 60 to 100 words fucking daily. And in my English, I've never really studied like deep vocab drills or something of the like. But yeah, when it comes to saying vocab, I've never really felt the stress. And if you are that type of person in this video, this mindset will really help you. And so who am I to tell you this? Well, I'm Ivan. I'm a Spanish native. I've been learning English for 4 years. I've been learning Japanese for 2 years. And because of learning languages, I became disciplined and I got a good body too. So the first point that we're going to be talking about is when do you study, at the start or the end of your day? This is something that you need to understand. So if you try to study vocab when you get from work to your house, do you think you're going to be able to do 1 hour of Anki? Of course not. Like, don't be dumb, right? Now, if you do those 30 minutes of Anki, that 1 hour of studying vocab, I don't know, in a PDF that you have, in an Excel that you have, then it's going to be much more easier because now you have that mental energy in your day. But like when you go to work and you're efficient on something for like 8 hours entirely or like 10 hours like continuously, of course when you get from work you are not going to be fucking efficient at Anki and you're not going to want to do it. The same with like, let's say that a friend comes to your house, then do you think that if you didn't study first thing in the morning, you're going to study when your friend is on the house? Of course not. And so don't put yourself in positions in which you could actually like not do Anki. First, understand that. Don't put yourself in a position in which you are going to inevitably fail. So let's say that you literally go up to a girl, right? And you want to talk to that girl. But like the girl literally, I don't know, throws you a fucking glance and you basically it makes you feel insecure. Then basically you should not go to that fucking girl. But like now, if you greet a girl, if you, I don't know, say hello to a girl and she responds to you with a smile, then you can probably guess that it's going to be fine, even if you go and you get rejected by a girl. Like she's going to basically tell you that that she has a boyfriend and that's it, right? So the second point, are you actually saying vocab? Because at the start of my language learning journey, I thought so, but I actually wasn't saying vocab. And so what I mean by this is, I thought that it was actually really, really like super efficient in my studying of vocab, but like in reality, I wasn't really that much. And the reason for this was that I was studying Anki, right? I was studying like 100 words daily, but I actually didn't like get 100% of comprehension in the words that I have studied. And something that helped me with this in the past 3 to 4 months was studying words from an entire sentence. I don't think that you should study words isolated anymore. If you study words isolated, that probably will not help you at all, right? And that's why you probably feel overwhelmed because literally you're studying vocab, but like it doesn't get into your fucking brain. And that's because words have more than one meaning. But when you put that word inside of one sentence, then the word just has one meaning. And it's much more easy to study a word that has one meaning than a word that has 6 meanings, right? And so whenever I was in Anki, I tried to study. I always like knew for a fact that I had to study like just one meaning of the word because I don't want it to be perfect, but still I didn't see example sentences using the word, right? Because I didn't really mind the sentence, right? I just studied vocab from some random deck that I found. But like if you study the vocab piece from a sentence, it just has one meaning. That's it. Words only have one meaning when you use them in a specific context. In another context, it can have another meaning, but like still it is just one meaning, right? And so make sure that you study from sentences and you actually make sure that you at least get like 10 repetitions of that word so you actually get it into your brain like easy, right? And whenever that word comes out in some type of context, you will actually be able to understand it if you got more than 10 repetitions of that sentence entirely, right? And of course, you already know the study source, like to study from sources which you actually like, but like just a reminder, make sure that if you're going to get vocab, it's just from a source that you either like or you find useful. So, for example, if you're going to study vocab, make sure that you study vocab like that is useful for maybe your work, or that you actually think that that vocab will actually serve you in your daily life. So it's like for me, it's probably not really that much super useful to not study vocab that is to study vocab that is like in gardening, or maybe vocab that is, I don't know, for cars or something. Maybe vocab from, I don't know, maybe vocab for the police or something. Like it's not really that useful, right? But like if I study vocab from the gym, if I study vocab for like making videos in YouTube, if I study vocab from those type of topics, then it's going to be really useful for me, because that's things that I talk about in my daily life, and that's things that I use in my work, because like I want to work. I basically work recording videos, right? And so that's it for the video. Make sure that you leave a like, subscribe, all of those things if you want more people to know about this.